Hello again. Okay, so Act 5, Scene 2, C and E, period. Alright, so then enters Meredith, Cathlis, and Angus, and Lennox. And they are all basically prepping for the battle against Macbeth at Dunsinane. And they are talking about the English army and how it's getting close. And it's led by Malcolm and his uncle Seward. And Mr. Good, the good Macduff, they say, and they are burning with revenge. Okay, to take revenge. The wrongs in this line here, line 5, 4. Revenges burn in them, for their dear causes would to the bleeding and the grim alarm excite the mortified man. So their wrongs have suffered. Make dead men rise up and fight. So they're the injustices that have happened to them. So and they talk about where they're going to meet. They're going to meet near Buttermwood, and they ask about talking about what Macbeth is doing, and they're saying that he's fortifying his own castle, and some say that he's gone insane, and basically that he is out of control, and that's around line 15. He cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule. So one thing's for certain, he's lost it. He's gone. All right, so and then we move to the next page on line 25. Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start? Who can blame him for acting crazy when, inside he has so much guilt racking him? And then they say, okay, let's just keep marching, and we're going to meet with Malcolm, and the doctor who will cure our sick country. And then they proceed. They're marching to Burnham Wood. Act 5, Scene 3. We go back to the castle, and Macbeth is. I imagine he's quite anxiety filled. Okay, and he says, "Bring me no more reports." This is Act 5, Scene 3, line 1. Let them fly all. To Burnham Wood remove to Dunsinane. I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he born of a woman? So just a reminder. Remember, really in reality, it's Macduff who was not born of a woman. He was, but not in the way that they recognized birth. So basically, the Macbeth is saying, so don't bring me any more reports. I don't care. If all the thanes desert me, until Burnham Wood gets up and moves to Dunsinane. That's what the prophecy says. I won't be affected by fear. All right. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. And he's talking about, no man from a woman will ever defeat me, and so get out of here, disloyal thanes, those that are disloyal to him, and go and be with the decadent English. This Epicurus here, this line that they're mimicking the English and their food. So a servant comes in, and then he says, how many are there? What's going on out there? And the servant says, well, there's 10,000. And he's like, geese? Geese, you idiot? And he says, no, soldiers. And he's like, oh, great. Go prick thy face and over red thy fear. This is line 16 or so. Thou lily-livered boy. What soldiers, Patch? Death of my soul, those linen cheeks of thine are counselors to fear. What soldiers, Wayface? Okay, so go and pinch your cheeks and put some color back into them because you look scared. Macbeth is saying this. Curse you, and that pale face of yours will frighten others as well. All right, so, and then he says, get out of my sight. Leave me alone. And then Satan enters. Not Satan, but Satan, Seyton, Satan. All right, we're going to take a break here, and we'll resume in a second.